There's a sign from StreamYard. You are live! Exclamation point. Thank you very much, StreamYard. Hey guys, what's up? What's going on out there this morning? Hey, it's Brent Abel here, WebTennis.com, with another episode of What's the Right Shot? Question mark. I'm here in the California desert, Southern California desert. A little distracted. My boy Jeff Jacklett's calling in right now. Jeffrey, I can't take the call. Yeah, Southern California desert, Rancho Mirage, the Mission Hills Country Club, and wow. It looks like another drop dead gorgeous day. I'm thinking some grass court tennis this morning around 9:45, 10 o'clock. Got a few of the fellows showing up this morning, so we're going to work out in the court. Speaking of working out, already had my nice little, I like to do kind of like a 30-minute gym workout in the morning. And by the way, I've had enough requests lately where my to-do list, this thing has moved up to one of the top spots on my to-do list, which is I'm going to show you what my workout routine is. What I've got in my garage that I set up a little bit over a year ago that I think made a huge difference for me in 2023. And I want to show that to you. I'll show you the routine. It's so dead simple. Anybody can do it. But the reason I did it in the garage, I got sick and tired of just going over to the gym. And it seems like every gym I've been to, I got a routine, right? I want that machine. I want this machine and so on. Want to get in the bike for a little bit. Whatever it is, but man, it's time to get on that machine over there. And there's some young buck over there. His hat's flipped around backwards. He's got his phone on. He's sitting on the machine, not doing anything. And I'm just kind of going, is there a chance? He said, well, hey man, I'm taking a breather between sets. And I'm going, okay. So that was it for me. I set up a little thing in my garage and it's just so easy. It's ridiculous. It hardly takes up any space at all. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to do a video, hopefully today. I think today's the day I got to do it, and I'll get it out to you. What else? Look, well, I'm going to record something with Jeff later today, hopefully. Maybe it'll be later, but I got something on my mind that's been bugging me about a few other teaching pros in the industry who are just bashing, literally just bashing other tennis pros, kind of the teaching industry. So that's fine. You want to do that, that's fine. But my thing is, all right, show us what to do. If you don't like the way we do this, fine. Show us what to do. And which kind of leads me to the point that, and I will get to this morning's episode of What's the Right Shot, but which leads me to the point. KJ Tennis, good man. All right, way to go. That what I teach, I'm not sure you'd call it teaching. All I really try to do is just articulate, and I'm not a copywriter. I'm not the greatest writer in the world. I'm much more verbal. I'm much more, let me demonstrate. Let me show you what I do that works for me. And let me then maybe articulate what I tried to do in the past that didn't work for me. But this whole thing with theory on you have to do this one thing, okay, then make it not theory and make it real by demonstrating it. Either you do it in a real match point. Don't show it like, just standing there without a ball coming in and just kind of talking about it. Show it to us. Let's see what you're talking about. And if you can't demonstrate it in a real point, then maybe one of your students can. All right, that's fine. And if you can't do it or you don't have a student that can demonstrate it, then go cherry pick a video from somewhere where maybe a pro's doing what you're talking about. But anyway, for me, I just want to make sure that you understand that what I teach, what I try to help you with is simply what works for me. And that's it. I can't, theory, okay. But theory just, I don't think is that helpful.
Here. Let me know if I can help.
there's Siri. There's when I said theory, Siri must have thought, let me know how I can help. Well, can you demonstrate it, Siri? All right. Anyway, enough rant this morning. Let's get to it. And what I'm going to talk about is, I think one of the things that kind of got me a little burr in my bonnet today about, I don't know if that's the right bee in the bonnet, whatever it is, was this thing with Topspin that you have to have, you can't play tennis anymore unless you have the quote unquote modern topspin forehand. And I agree that having some topspin is really useful. There are lots of great situations in points where a topspin forehand is really the right shot at that moment. But there's several other times in points where it's just not. And so I get a little annoyed where I get students who come to me and all they can demonstrate is this semi to full Western forehand grip forehand and like on a ball where they're pulled way out wide, or on an approach shot where the ball is way down low, or whatever it is, they're just locked into their coach, their theoretical coach has locked them into a topper forehand in every situation. So I disagree with it. Yes, come on, Brinny. Anyway, I'm gonna show you 3 points where I think that an underspin forehand is really the right choice. And sometimes I think we say slice and people go slice. I mean, that's just like hacking the ball. All right, call it whatever you want. But I think a really good, effective underspin forehand works really well. So, all right, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. And so what I've got for you today is why we need an underspin forehand. And I'm going to show you 3 points here and why I think that it's the right shot to play. Here's number one. Just a ground stroke, right? I think it's the right time for that underspin forehand, right? And then here's another time where I think the underspin forehand is like 99.9% safe on that situation there. And then there's another one, approach shot. Could I volley? Oh God, I suppose I could, but then it would be awkward. The geometry would really be bad from that spot. So look, today I've got, as you may know, every afternoon at 2:30 p.m. Pacific, I go live. Most of the time, go live. Sometimes it's pre-recorded. And in fact, starting tomorrow for probably 3 days, I'm going to be doing some traveling, going to Northern California. I've got to upload some pre-recorded content, not only for What's the Right Shot, but also for the Tennis Mindset project that we do in the afternoon. But today, what we're going to work on is how to focus during the point. I'm going to give you one thing to think about. So all that little chatter that's going on in terms of shot choices, or my God, I want to get out of the point. I don't think I can stay in the point long enough. What if this happens? What if that happens? All the future thinking. There's one thing I do that really helps kind of get rid of those little voices, right? So that's what we're going to work on today, 2:30 in the afternoon Pacific time zone. So here are these points. And I'm going to, I just want you to consider that in a situation like this, where the ball's actually been played short and it's pretty low. I mean, could I get under it and be able to play a topspin forehand? I could, but for me, and maybe for you as well, in this situation right here, I just feel like I'm just not as accurate, right? I just don't feel like I can get the depth I want for whatever reason. And could I play a topper and get it back in play? Sure, of course. But for me in this situation, let me back this up a little bit and we'll play it in real time. I just kind of feel like if it's going to be a neutral rally ball, why can't we just slide it, underspin it back into the court? And there you go, good and deep. Now topper, throw it up there, dropper, and then, yeah, this is the fitness component that I got to get to you right there. All right, next one here is you're going to play a drop shot, and the guy's going to come in, and fine, you play it right where he's got some bad geometry. Why do we have to top spin it from here? Why, when you get that opportunity with the guy coming in, and let's get it to where it's a wide open court, do you absolutely have to take this thing and top it? I don't think you do. And in fact, for me, I just feel like it's almost like a little bunt volley. I got the wide open court, right? Do we have to top it? No, you don't. You could You could have the shortest backswing in the history of the game, the shortest backswing, just play it right here behind the contact point and just shove it up the line and you're good to go, right? Slight little underspin. And then in this one right here, this is the one that I think people get a lot of kind of get screwed up on and this is more for, I think it's two things. It's kind of like, well, I should volley this ball, right? I should volley it just because I'm coming in. Well, the problem if you volley this ball is it's so short. It's right there about a foot inside the service line. You're going to be lunging forward. Now you've got some horrible geometry with the ball that low with the net looming in front of you. Sure, you can say that, well, I don't want that guy to get back in the middle. That's fine. But if you let it bounce up and you now slide it in there without thinking you got to top it, it's going to be more accurate. It's going to get over there in plenty of time. And if the guy does get to it, it's going to be down low, right? So I just want you to consider that an underspin forehand is something you need in the toolbox. So anyway, there you have it. That's our episode for today. Look, guys, if you like what we're doing here, or what I'm doing here at What's the Right Shot, please click the like button, subscribe, click that notification bell. And here's the missing piece for me. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, and your last two shows were worthy of Tennis Channel prime time. A little craziness mixed in with good content. Thank you. Well, you know how it goes out there. Oh, it's not an exact science. Oh, it's not an exact science. Sometimes we have to adjust. Sometimes we got to slide it in there. Anyway, so look, the mental part of the game, if you are not totally embracing it as a real deal, that it's got to, I'm assuming, like, if you're watching this stuff, I'm assuming that you're more than just a competitive tennis player. You're an ultra competitive tennis player. And if you're not, that's fine. If your whole deal out here is just, go out, get some exercise, enjoy the day, crack a sweat, terrific. That's great. But if you, and maybe the mental game for you at that point is not that important, but if you really are competing, right? If you're really playing tournaments, if you're really playing some league stuff, and or you're really playing some serious practice matches, 2 out of 3 sets, whatever it is, for bragging rights, I don't care what it is, you've got to embrace the mental skills required to win more. And I'm talking much more about those matches you play where it's close or it's against someone that if you play them 10 times, the chances are it's going to be 5-5, right? You're going to win 5 times. They're going to win 5 times. How do you shift from 50-50 going to 60-40? Well, the way you do it is not by going heavier and heavier top. You don't do it that way. You do it by embracing some mindset skills. And I know a lot of you are stubborn on this stuff. You think, I'm a good athlete. I really don't need to do this. I can just outwork it. I can just out technique it. No, you can't. I thought for years or decades I could do that. It just never ever worked that way. I got a little bit better, but when I, about 18 months ago, decided what's the missing piece? I'm the A- guy in my group most of the time. What am I missing to become the A+ guy or one of the A+ guys? And I just said, well, am I outworking everybody? Probably. Am I as fit as anybody? Probably. Stroke technique wise, is there anything that I really, really need to dig into more? No, everything's good enough. So what's the missing piece? How come I'm not one of those top guys, one of the A+ guys? It's the mental part. And so I invite you to go over to webtennis.com/SLR5 habits and take a look at the course that I put together. These are exactly the 5 things that I've done in the last 18 months that the results last year, 2023, certainly for me, I've never done anything like that before. And other than the Jimmy Parkers out there who do this stuff on a regular basis, I thought I had a pretty good year last year. until I looked at Jimmy's record and I went, God dang it. Oh, that's right. He does it every year. So anyway, I invite you to go over and take a look at the course. It's a 28-day training course. And I got to guarantee within 6 months, if there's one player in singles that you just can't get that W against, can't get the win, you play them close every time, but you can't get the win, or maybe you and your doubles partner can't get the win against a certain team. My guarantee is that you will within 6 months once you follow this 28-day training program for the mental skills required for those ultra competitive tennis players. All right, guys, look, I never changed that. Bad me. I just had the small little version going of the video. Well, anyway, I think you guys get the idea. All right, what else is going on? I guess that's it for me today. Looking forward to some workout this morning on the court at some point, and then maybe a little more gym activity this afternoon. You know, you can never overdo it. I take that back. Certainly, I've overdone it sometimes. Mark, you're right. Got to have both for sure. Susan, no sweat. And there you have it. All right, guys, time for all this. Let's get out there. Why not? Let's go out there and help someone else have a great day. Make it about them. And boys and girls, I'll see you again next time.